Here we go, folks. We're getting ready for a fun segment we like to have on the show here. We call it GamePoints Radio. And normally we started off with a little music. Ah, yes. There we go. Sets the mood. It's late night. It's our ladies segment. We call it GamePoints Rendez-Vous. Little Kenny G in the background as I try not to crack up. We welcome in from thefootballgirl.com. You can also follow her on twitter.com/arahomic. I don't know. We'll ask her about it. It is Kim O'Hara. Hi, Kim. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on the program. Appreciate it. Don't mind the cheesy music.
No, I'm thrilled to be getting the Kenny G treatment.
Oh, sweet.
This is what I was hoping for.
All right. Now, your colleague at thefootballgirl.com, Melissa Jacobs, has gone through this silly segment. She was pretty entertaining, so thought we'd give you a shot.
Awesome.
All right. Now, any questions off the bat before I... No, you know what? Let me explain. All right. This is how GamePoints Rendezvous works. We have three gentlemen that will be asking you questions. Myself, my co-host Mo Khan, our intern Stefano Micella, although don't call him an intern. And this is how it works. We each ask you one question. At the end of the three-question period, it's ladies' choice. You can either ask any one of us one question, or you can get any one of us to ask you a second question. That's it.
Okay. And my question is football related also?
Anything, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, just to clarify, you're in. Where are you based right now?
As of this afternoon, I'm in Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
Kentucky. Yeah, I just left New York temporarily. I was in New York for 4 years. So
Wow.
I've got a period of major adjustment coming up.
Yeah, clearly. Wow.
Yes.
Holy moly. All right. Here we go. Question number one. What is the difference between a Jets fan and a Giants fan, if any?
So my theory is Jets fans are glutton for punishment. Again, I was a New York outsider. I moved them there 4 years ago. But they are the most miserable fans, and they choose to stay that way for the most part because they do have another team in the city. But they're also the nastiest fans as well. The ones, calling Tebow the fullback right now will likely be the same ones calling for him to start as soon as Sanchez starts throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. For the most part, I hated watching Jets games with Jets fans.
Wow. Maybe you're tougher than the Jets fans.
Well, I'm very serious about football. I do take my football seriously, but I do understand that it's a game, and I try to have fun with it. And that seems to be something that Jets fans are lacking. And actually, until 2008 was something that Giants fans were probably lacking a little bit as well. I think they now have the luxury of 2 Super Bowls in the last 5 years, so they are a little bit more freewheeling and have a little bit more fun with the game. But, yeah.
I like you already. All right. By the way, thefootballgirl.com, you can check out After Further Review. That's her blog there. All right, Mokan.
Hi, Kim. My question to you is in regards to, we'll talk New York Giants football here. Michael Strahan. Tiki Barber, when he first transitioned from football to broadcasting, it failed miserably, speaking here. Now with Michael Strahan now transitioning from football player to broadcaster to now being host with Kelly Ripa, do you think he'll have that Frank Gifford-esque influence to become bigger than what he is right now, to have a huge popularity amongst men and women around the world?
I think he's absolutely in a prime position to do so. He had a television show, a comedy on Fox, I think 2 seasons ago. It didn't do well, but I think he's done a great job in guest hosting with Kelly. I think he's charming and he's funny, and it's a perfect opportunity for him to reach Frank Gifford-esque levels of post-football fame. And he, unlike Tiki, has a pretty spotless personal record as well. He's pretty scandal-free, so I think that'll obviously be helpful. Where I thought Tiki Barber could have done a good job in broadcasting. I just think his own choices and his personal life kind of altered that course a little bit.
All right, Stefano.
All right, Kim, what kind of reaction do you get from guys when they find out how much you know about football and how much you love football?
You know what? It's actually appealing at first. It's very interesting. The word, sexy gets thrown around. But I think after either a very long conversation or a couple weeks of friendship, it's kind of like, oh, wait, just really very serious about this. And, I get questions like, do you have other interests? Do you care about other things? So for the most part, it's appealing. And in terms of my friendships with guys, it's great to talk about. But I actually do try to dial it back a little bit when any sort of romantic interest has come up.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it might get a little overwhelming.
Well, part of the football thing is sometimes to escape from the chicks too, right? So
that's true. That's very true.
All right, so you've gone through the 3 questions. It's your choice now. You can either ask any one of us a question, or you can take another question from any one of us.
So I'm going to give my gracious host Matthew a question.
Fantastic. All right, I'm climbing the standings in our little game here. That's good. All right, so you want another question, or you want to ask me one?
I'm going to give you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I understand today was your election day?
Yes, provincially, yes.
Provincially?
Yes.
And I saw separatist government was elected. Is that true? And what are your thoughts on the matter?
Well, it is true. It looks like it'll be a minority government, so they won't be able to really pass much unless they get help from other parties, which I don't think will happen. And am I happy about it? No, not really. As a property owner, whenever people are worried about separation, then property values go low and that sort of thing. So, no, I'm not happy about it. I hope it's just temporary for a year or two until this government blows up and they have to have another election.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I have a couple friends from Montreal who've been talking about it this weekend. So,
and were you talking football with them as well?
A little bit. One of the girls just joined one of my fantasy football leagues, so she'll have a good exposure to NFL football, kind of trial by fire, learning all about it.
You see, fantasy football is always something nerdy, but when a woman says fantasy football, I don't know, it just sounds a lot better.
Yeah, that's what we try to do.
That's just me. All right. Well, that's it. Basically, that is GamePoints Rendez-Vous. Kim O'Hara, you can check her out on thefootballgirl.com. After Further Review is the name of her blog there. You can also follow her on twitter.com/Arahomic. What is with the Twitter ID?
It's just my name backwards.
Oh, really?
And I know. I'm no Oprah, but
wow. You know what? I'm very slow. I didn't get that right away. That's
I got that.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
You're such a liar.
I did.
She didn't pick you, Mo. It doesn't matter. You can't suck up now.
Like I said, as a broadcast journalist, I pay attention to small details.
Right.
Football coach.
All right.
I'll keep that in mind. If I'm ever welcomed back for this segment, I'll keep that in mind, Mel.
Excellent.
For my choice.
Now Mo's going to want her back next week. Well, Kim, thank you so much for coming on, and good luck in Kentucky.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for having me. Have a great night.
All right. Thanks. You too. There you go. That's Kim O'Hara from thefootballgirl.com. That was pretty good. That was a lot of fun. Good. I thought Stefano should have won. I thought he had the best question of the three of us, actually.
It's like the deferred UN gold medal. Well, I thought so played really well.
It's a team effort.
They deserved.
Yeah.